Hello boys and girls, my name is White Rhino PSO, and today I am playing some more Daggerfall. Now there's one last thing I want to mention before I get started with the game. Daggerfall is a very old video game, and back then computers were not all that powerful. So one of the ways that the developers got around this was by having a detail slider. And this basically adjusted at the distance at which a fog effect would be in the game, so that things that were loading beyond what the player could see, and so they wouldn't notice when things were just popping up. And of course, because modern PCs are a lot more powerful, someone made a program called the Eye of Argonia, which goes into your save file and adjusts the detail so that it's as high as it can possibly get. There's still going to be some pop-up issues, but now I'm going to be able to see longer when I'm in cities or in larger rooms of the dungeon. I also went through my saved games and deleted all of the, well, not so much deleted, but saved over all of the previous ones, so now all the saved games are just for this character. I almost forgot. Clicking full screen doesn't actually make the game full screen, it just makes it so that this big box at the bottom with a face and the different stat bars, which, by the way, for whatever reason, green is my health, red is my stamina, and blue is spell points. The blue makes sense at least. But all these different little icons, you don't really need them when you're playing it as I'm playing it in first person mode. So you click full screen, and now all I have is at the bottom right is the little compass, and then my stat bars at the left, which I still kind of wish they had more of a border around them for the bottom of them. It makes it difficult to see. Also, so we have our stats page, just tells me my class and everything, my level. Because early on, well, I'm not even sure why exactly, but the first time you level up, it only takes 2 skill increases in order to get to level 2, but from then on it takes 15. I'm starting out with low fatigue, or lower than maximum fatigue for some reason. And then I can look at my different skills and such. My affiliations, I'm not part of any guilds yet. And there is sometimes click-through issues, like I accidentally clicked on my agility. But then there's also my inventory screen, which this game has an adult mode and then a child mode. And child mode not only takes away the nudity of the game, which if I accidentally unequip this shirt or remove the shirt, you're going to see some pixel nipples. But child mode, I believe, puts underwear on her, but also makes certain areas of the dungeon slightly different, like it takes away piles of heads and stuff. So I start off with an iron war axe, 0 to 14 damage, a silver staff, which is 1 to 8, and a iron longsword, which is 0 to 14. I'm not sure why I have a longsword when I can't. It's not one of my starting skills. I believe I'm going to go with the iron war axe just because it's 6 points higher of max damage while only losing the 1. So, oh, that's something else. For whatever reason, war axes and battle axes, I believe those are the type. No, I think it's war axes and hand axes they switched the names of. So war axes are the giant two-handed ones, but battle axes are the one-handers. I have my spell book. Oh, that's the book that I was given as part of my my history, Special Flora of Tamriel. In Arena, I don't think you could read books, but in Daggerfall and onward, you can pretty much sit down and read any book you find in the game. This one, I think I might just sell off, considering it's almost 500 gold. Oh, and then there's that pearl that I saved since I was a kid. No armor whatsoever, though, so all I have is that axe and my chance to dodge. Alright. Also, in the Daggerfall and Arena, the way you attack is by you pull out your weapon, and then you hold down right-click, and you just start moving your mouse around, and how you move the mouse determines how you swing your weapon. Each type of swing, I believe, has different... I think if you go forward like that and pierce, it's higher chance to hit, but less damage. Alright, so... this dungeon is called Privateer's Hold, and it is actually a very difficult dungeon to start the game in. Because there's a lot of enemies that if you don't... Oop, there's a rat. Alright. Oh, in child mode, I believe no matter what you kill, it turns into a, like, pile of human skeleton bones with no blood whatsoever. That was a very big knockback when I hit that guy. Alright, so in the first pile of loot, I find 29 gold, some boots, which I might as well put on because I'm not wearing any for some reason, and a Khajiit suit. That's kind of badass looking. A lot of the clothes in the game don't really have a use to them. I think you might be able to find enchanted clothes, but I'm not sure. Alright, so... first combat of the game is done with. Next up around this corner is a bat. Jesus, I'm already at like 2/3 health just from 2 attacks. Yeah, rats and bats never have treasure on them. What was I looking for? B. So I know some spells. I can do Shock, which is on touch, does lightning damage. Chameleon, which in later Elder Scrolls games, I think Chameleon just made it so you couldn't be seen, but I'm not sure. In this one, it only makes you invisible if you're not moving, so it's almost basically useless. And Slowfall. That's weird. I could have... Oh, no, you don't start with a healing spell, even if you're really good with restoration. So instead, I'm going to save my game and rest until fully healed. No skill ups. At the top of the screen after you rest, which no matter where, if it's like in a tavern or in the dungeon, is when it will let you know if you've increased in any skills. Now, in that door, I've done Privateer's Hold several times. In that door is an imp. And imps can only be hurt, I believe, by silver and up. So I'm going to switch to the staff, which it does take a short amount of time for you to actually switch weapons. And I'm going to make a secondary save. And I'm going to go in here and try and beat him down. Oh, he's hurting me. Okay, imp's dead. Still took half my health, though. Imps almost always have treasure. This one only had the 4 gold on him. But there's also a pile in this here, which is 7 gold. Arena had a slightly, I'd say a slightly nicer inventory system, in that it was like a list of items, whereas in this one it's all like paper doll stuff. So sometimes it's hard to tell what the pixels are when the background is so close to what the item itself is. I think that's the only imp for a while, though, so I'm gonna go back to my gigantic axe. Oh shit, forgot. I can still rest, even though I know there's something in the next room. But before then, I'm going to save my game. You're going to see me save the game a whole lot. Oops, see, my stealth skill improved, which is weird because I'm not even using stealth. You hold shift to run, or well, I set the controls up so it's shift to run, or control will make you creep along. And anytime you're around an enemy and you're sneaking, the game will check your stealth So it's actually a viable tactic to kind of run up and try and hit an enemy and then back up again, because then you're outside of their range and they won't be able to hit you back. This is another dangerous fight down here. Pretty much every fight you get into, at least in Privateer's Hold, is dangerous. Down here, though, is a guy that is an enemy that can easily take you apart. And somehow I killed it in 2 hits. Or, yeah, 2. Maybe 1 hit. They had a steel saber, money, and my first armor. So I get 1 pauldron, which is the whole armband, some pants. I can't use the shield because all of my weapons are two-handed. But I will take it along to try and sell later on. I believe this skull on a spike and the pile of decapitated heads over here are just straight missing if you play it on child-friendly mode. Oh, you can actually tell how much gold you have on your character screen. If you try through your inventory screen, it'll just say, well, how much of that gold do you want to drop? Alright. I believe there is a bat up here. Ooh, there he is. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Ooh, bat's hitting me. Alright. Sometimes you can't really do the whole forward and backward thing, because if you're on, like, a set of stairs or such. I'm going to rest until healed. No stat increases that time. And then there's... If you keep this guy on the other side of the table here, they won't be able to fire arrows at you, because they are an archer. And if they're far enough away, they will still hit you. I'm not sure if a flail is one or two-handed. Leather greaves are worse than the chain ones. Ooh, steel greaves. That's even better. So put on an arm piece I don't have. A helmet and steel greaves. And then just take the rest of it with me. Still have a little bit of encumbrance, but I'm going to probably be purging items at some point. Let's save again, just because of the... It can be really... Oh, Jesus, this room. Alright, first, I'm going to sneak over here. Oh, I think the bat sees me already. Yeah, bat's coming. Ooh. Come on. Come on. Where's the door? Oh, I missed the door. Now that the bat's got me, like, corner locked. Alright. Somehow I'm still able to, rest. Ooh, stealth in my axe skill. So maybe... Oh no, stealth was a miscellaneous, that's why. So I think it might be the miscellaneous ones you only get toward level up if the highest of them goes up. Now that terrifying noise is... Something else just open? Alright, that terrifying noise is a bear in here. Oh. Alright, it is time to get zappy. Yeah, so when you're casting touch spells, you have, or at least, I think touch spells, yeah, you have to ready them and then hit the use button, which I have set to E. and that will let you actually cast them. Now, I was fairly sure that there was no loot in this area, but getting into combat is still useful for increasing your skills. Your mana goes up a lot faster than your health usually does, so it's always worth using your healing spells before going to bed. Now, one of the reasons I dislike this room is because at the top is a skeleton. Where is it? There he is. Did the skeleton fall? Where'd he go? Daggerfall is also a very buggy game because people say stuff like the game was unfinished or that they just kind of rushed it. It appears I just enjoyed part of that in where the skeleton seems to have clipped through the geometry and fell. Normally, he is one of the tougher fights in this dungeon. Actually, I'm going to run back downstairs and go the other way, because this room is kind of a... Yeah, you can see the textures clipping and such. This room is kind of one of the, like, central points of the game, where a lot of different areas all cycle into it. We got a couple of rats in here. Damn it. How hard is it to hit a giant rat with a friggin' axe? Alright. Still enemies nearby, but I didn't take that much damage. Where is it? Health? Yeah, you can click on your health, and I think it'll tell you what you have for diseases and such. Oh, and there is an auto map, though it is not the best. You can either look at it top down, and anything that's above the room you're in will definitely cover over the map. Or there's also the looking at it at the side view, and that little red arrow is my character. So there's the room with the tables that the archer was stuck on, and there's the giant room with the stairs. The best way to look at the map is probably the top down, but even then it's not the best map system. Where's the door? That's the one I came in. There we go. And although this looks super sheer and it makes you think that you'd be using your climbing skill, no, it's just a ramp. I think I hear another bear. And I hear doors opening too. Continue saving my game religiously. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh. For the love of God, just stop being alive, lady. Oh, thank you. What did she have on her? She had an iron flail, green berries, which I believe there's alchemy in this, but I'm not entirely sure because I've never been able to use it. Money. Wow. Steel greaves, steel curious, or Kyrus? I don't know how you say that. My current helmet is a +3, and that's a +1. So the rest of this... the iron flail is too heavy for me. 7.5, 7, 1 kilogram, 1, 4, 5. Steel is not bad though. Ah, hell, I'll keep what I got so far. And then, now I get to run back a bit and try to find an area where, here we go, where there are no enemies. There we go, because my axe skill went up again. Now that was enough to push me up to level 2. So I get a little more stat points to throw around. Throw some into willpower. I'll put some into luck. I think that gives me a boost to critical hit, but I'm not sure. But of course, now because I went up in level, now my health is not at maximum again, so I get to heal. I get to rest until healed again. Oh, that's a dead bat or something. Alright, so... Oh, that was the flail I didn't bother picking up. Now, the way you find out you're diseased is the game will just have you say something like, you feel bad, or something along those lines. Ooh. We get gold. A recipe for a potion of orc's strength, which is orc's blood, iron, and rainwater. That seems a super simple recipe. And a shirt. Clothing use? Oh, you can't use it. Oh, the boots are just considered clothing. And I guess that Khajiit suit that I'm wearing, 5 kilograms. I guess it's considered pants for some reason. I should probably save again. Double check my health real quick because I've been fighting a lot of rats and such. I'm hearing something moving around, but I don't know what. Alright. I believe over here is just another bear. Okay, that's another bear dead. And once again, the bear lair has no loot to find. There are a lot of ambient noises, like sometimes you'll hear a door open when no door is actually opening. Double check that health. I am healthy. Yeah, see what I mean is I just found my way back into this room. And I hope that skeleton is gone forever. But first, I'm going to go and see what's going on in here. Ooh, another bat. That one I was able to take out without taking any damage. I have a feeling I'm going to get lost in here because that is how things went for me last time. Ooh, that's an imp! So close... Ooh, he fireballed the door too. Okay. I have to go back to... that. So, back to the silver staffs, or the... Is it silver or it's steel? I'm going to try and zap him. Oh, I got him. And what do I get out of him? 2 gold. That's fantastic. Save again. Sleep in the hallway. Alright, I've gotten lucky with the combat so far, or the sleeping so far. There are different items in the dungeon that are like little triggers. Like this table here, if I pop it into mouse mode, you can click the table and it will open this back here, which is not the best of geometry, because you still have to crouch. 106 gold, potion of restore power, and a scorpion stinger. And what's in this pile? 8 gold for a bell? Yeah, I'll grab it, why not? Now I gotta kind of sidle my way back out. And I'll leave that open just because, so I don't forget. Oh, and then there's the other end of the hallway here. I believe there's a skeleton. Or there's nothing in here except for loot. Gold actually weighs... Oh, ah, there you go. Let me zoom in a little, just a little. Wait. Oh, no, that's the room above me. There's a door there and a door there. Where in the hell room is this? Oh, that's the one I was just in. But, is that a secret door that I didn't go through? I'm gonna go double check. Actually, let me zoom in on this room. Doesn't look like it. Usually secret doors you can tell if they're there or not by... Oh no, it's just a door I didn't go through. You can usually tell when there's a secret door by looking at the map. Okay. So there's nothing in here at all. But at least I know for the future. Where else to go? I guess I'll just go back down. Nope, it was this way. Yeah. Because there's at least one... Oh, that hurt. Yeah, fall damage is definitely a thing in this game. Now, normally the secret doors are not this obvious. Wondering if I should just keep... Which of my skills is higher? There's a major. Axe is 29, blunt is 24. I should probably switch back to the axe then. Do a little bit more exploring. I know that this hallway is a dead end, so I'm actually going to rest up that tiny bit. And I believe now would be a good time to stop this video. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.